State education officials visited the Tommy Johnson Child and Family Center at Square One today in Springfield.
That's just one of the stops as Western Mass News goes town by town. The visit this afternoon focused on Square One's use of the Commonwealth Cares for Children grants and the work they've done to support early childhood mental health. Secretary of Education Patrick Tutwiler and Acting Commissioner of Early Education and Care Amy Kershaw were joined by Square One President and CEO Don DeStefano, along with Square One staff, children, and parents to tour the facility.
Town by Town takes us now to Longmeadow, where the Willie Ross School for the Deaf hosted a legislative breakfast this morning. Several Western Mass legislators were in attendance, along with Longmeadow Select Board members, school board members, and Willie Ross families. Willie Ross Middle School students from the school's Longmeadow campus and Birchland Park Partnership campus made a presentation relating to civics. Students helped serve the breakfast while meeting with their local elected officials.
And finally, we go to the Chicopee Police Department, where Police Chief Patrick Major announced that the department once again has a designated parking spot for internet exchanges. The spot is located in front of the station on Church Street, and it's identified by that blue and white sign. It's monitored by video. There will be no police oversight, but in the event that an incident takes place during a transaction, the lobby is open 24/7.